protein?
According to Greek mythology, if lunch options are chicken meat or German sausages, you have to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Don't hate that. Don't hate that. It's not the worst one I've heard, but come on, Brat. You can do better. Get it. Oh, so this is just kind of its own, like, little secluded part of the beach.
That might be worth a look. That might be worth a look.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Anything Tim Robinson is like the cat's meow, you know?
Here's the good news. We've now set an established amount of bits it will take to murder him. Here's the thing. We can both see each other on the map. I thought that Bulldog would have done it, but our aim is bad. I don't know if anyone ever has seen our aim or not. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! You're a bad man, Chris. Or not Chris. Sorry, you are not a bad man. Shane. He was our friend. He was our friend. We're gonna let everyone know that this guy was my friend. Mine. This is why we're not gonna get people to play with us. Chris gave us a really good shot, and you guys murdered him 3 games in a row. Captain, who is Defenders.
Oh, okay.
Probably pretty confident in that matchup, I'd assume, right?
Yeah, I mean, we both want to kill each other.
Yeah.
I think my list does it a little better.
Well, especially because you're probably going to be running kind of a more narrow list, so
Yep.
the opportunity for like a joint effort, Devil's Deliverance is not going to be as prevalent.
My goal is to get a 15-point E scenario.
Yeah.
And just run Hulk, CGR, and Star Wars, and just run it up the middle.
Oh, look at that. Chunk.
What? The camera's on. Gotta get
He
out.
knew,
Oh,
he
no,
knew.
he just situating.
He know what he was doing. No, he jumped on as soon as I put that camera on. He ran in there. He's like, hey,
Give me the bits.
I want them biddies.
Biddies for Cheetos.
If that's something I love, it's the biddies. Give me them biddies, boy. Biddies.
Happy daylight savings time change day.
Does it pick up? Actually, it does pick up my mic. Actually, I can do this.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the mic wouldn't work.
Well, I tell you, that's gonna make my streaming experience just that much better, babe. Really appreciate it. And that's the box I need. Alrighty. Solving all kinds of things today.
Hearth Singer Games. Hi. I see Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
Okay. Can do what in Evening Boss? Playing the sound through my speakers, so Kara can hear it. I don't. It's one of those things where I was thinking the microphone wouldn't work. Hi, Lindsay.
Did you guys see my stuffies?
I figure I'll wait until more people are in here and I'll start yapping about our misadventures.
The misadventures of the Iraqi crew.
Which Kara said she would never do again.
I said I would never do a tournament again. I didn't say I would never do Arachne again. I'm
Just
still
gonna-
here, streaming
just
with everybody.
Going to abandon us. And now she's going to have to buy a new brush because she just threw it across the room in an act of defiance that proved nothing.
Proved it all.
Here we are. And here we are.
Proved it all. This pad looks chewed up. Like, might want to I met Dr. D, he was totally hoboing.
Jeez. I'm history's greatest monster. Jeez, what did I do? Sheesh.
This music is banger. I can't believe I've been missing this all along. Yeah, Dr. D, when I met him, he was totally hoboing his wet palette. He had, like, some random piece of plastic that kind of looked like a tray, and he would buy parchment paper from the grocery store and, like, hand-cut pieces to fit it. It was sad. I was really excited when he got his first wet palette.
Which I managed to get because I was finally not
A student.
No, I think I still was. I mean, back then. Who knows? I don't know. That was a long time ago.
Anyway, in my family, I was pretty poor growing up, but we always,
Always had wet pallets.
well, we always tried, my mom always tried to make sure we had the tools we needed for our passion. So, also try to make sure Dr. D has the tools he needs for his passion.
But welcome to the Deezaster Zone. I'm your host, Dr. D. To the D. Dr. D. Which some people don't realize that that's actually like what I go by. So at the event that I was running yesterday, I actually had people surprised that they could actually call me Dr. D. Which always kind of amazes me. Because that's legitimately what I go by. Even Ernie was like, "Can I call you Doc?" I was like, "You can call me whatever you want. I don't care."
Can I get some royal purple, whatever this hot pink is that I chose? Remember if it's hot pink or magenta?
Well, the dark...
Turquoise, I think.
This is dark hot pink.
Yeah, that's the one.
And
Royal
royal
purple.
purple.
Thank you.
My dad was the same with me, always nicking art supplies for me. Nicking? Like stealing? He was stealing them? Lindsay, I know you're from New York and everything, but I mean, geez. I don't know what the
Or was he just like sneaking buying them so your mom didn't or something?
I don't know what the statute of limitations is on Twitch, but like I don't know if that becomes like a federal crime.
Art supplies.
In the old art supply department. Lindsay, I don't know a good enough lawyer to help you. You're probably gonna have to ask your hubby for that one. With how much tax evasion he does, he probably has a really good lawyer. It's okay, Kara. I'm only mentioning like half of his tax evasion.
That's not funny.
There is no God, Kara.
Wouldn't want people joking about you and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely not things we've talked about on here. Ten stream streak. That's pretty good, Lindsay. Good job.
I don't think I could ever have a stream streak. Like 3 maybe. Too many people stream on this channel for me to be able to be that committed.
It's true. All three of us. It's a lot.
Well, Tim streams like 3 people, so he's not streaming like 1 person. He's streaming like 3 people's version of streaming.
Anyway, so the goal for today is to finish the Cyberpunk stuff that we are doing for Mike. And then we can start really pounding down at the Infinity stuff. And then at that point, we'll probably do a switch to Malifaux, where we will paint Ernie's stuff for his 10 Thunders. And by that point, my car will probably have exploded again, and we'll have something else to paint for somebody else. You know, just because that's how life goes sometimes. I was up to 60 this last round, then missed the Denmark one. Yeah, I think that probably happened to a lot of people. People like legitimately get upset, which I get.
I would too if I'd been like, you know,
Like
always
working
able
on
to
it.
manage that, yeah. And then like something weird happened.
I know Dan's Final Fantasy one messed with at least one person.
And we still love you.
But right now, we're going to finish up some of the robots. He's playing Generation Red, which are the little kids that essentially got abandoned in the combat zone. And these little drones are something like the hackers can use, where they run around and they'll like mess with stuff. But
all the kids turned out really cute, man. Dr. D's good at printing like street clothes.
yeah, it's a lot easier to paint. Gosh. You don't have to paint the 10 Thunders if you want to panini something
He painted
of yours
something for
first.
himself this week.
I did. I have actually. I do fit in
He does.
different things for me on occasion. So there are sometimes my goal is when it comes to Ernie stuff is I'll probably paint like 2 or 3. I'll take like 2 or 3 of them a week. I'll paint those and then I'll paint something for me. And then I'll kind of like alternate. I still got to finish some of the Shatterpoint stuff for Jesse. The Ewoks. I finally had a chance to base it all in the dark brown, which is going to make it a lot easier to do because a lot of that model is going to be brown. But they're getting closer and closer. They just kind of keep getting pushed back because I don't care, quite honestly, because I really don't like painting these things. The Ewoks, I think, are going to be a fairly quick paint job. It's just the giant base thing. It's just really disheartening. But we'll get to it.
I'm preparing a dragon to show Lindsay.
God. That was a strange. That was a weird autocorrect. I know how much you like paninis, though. You probably type it all the time. Then paint for you. I am painting for you. I'm painting for you right now, Mike. What do you want from me? But yeah, so the red on this is done. There's actually no studio paint job for this model, so it's kind of hard to tell like what could and couldn't be like a different color. I was saying on your painting order, it's you, Ernie, Jesse. So Mike, after today, I'm hoping you'll be, well, if you want stuff in the future or whatever, but I'm thinking today is going to be the last day. I'm hoping to finish everything.
Oh, I'm going to show you guys. This is my new project. 3D printing dragon eggs. And they have little dragons in them. And they're keychains.
I am the studio. I am the man who cooks.
Oh.
So they're 3D printed. They come segmented.
Yeah, they're already all connected and everything, and they wiggle and jiggle.
So you don't even have to like build it.
And then they have these pretty little eggs.
Yeah, it comes in like a babushka type nesting doll thing. But yeah, she's planning on using these for
Christmas presents.
yeah, Christmas presents for our family, because right now we are not looking to buy expensive gifts.
Yeah, and they're super cool.
Yeah, I actually was kind of surprised when it came out. I was like, actually, that's not that bad. You are the studio. I put my dude. You whipped it out. Sheesh! I put my whip for 2 of Nick's tiger claws in the Discord. They look cool, jiggling lizard lads. They are actually surprisingly cool. Yes. None of the best people are here, but I did take the time because I was losing my marbles, and I was like, I really just want to paint something that's mine. I did paint one of my knights. So the Bretonians are probably going to be an army that I never actually really finish because there's a billion models, and it's an army game, so you just never finish. But I actually did finish up a knight. Hey, I resent that statement. I think Ernie is one of the best. What's that in reference to? I like Ernie. I think Ernie's cool. Did I say Ernie's not the best? I mean, I'll say that in a joking way. But I don't think he's the very best. I think he's like third. I think he's like third best. And I'm not even going to tell you what I measure that by. You said since none of the best are here. I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to say... I'm going to use the excuse everybody else does and says I'm tired or whatever, whatever other thing somebody says when they don't actually want to explain their situation. Yeah. I'm under a lot of stress. The kids or they're going to soccer practice or whatever. I have a headache. My stomach hurts. Yeah, sorry, all those things.
I totally checked out in a meeting this week. It was only a 15-minute meeting. I checked out like 10 minutes into the meeting. Because I thought they were done asking me questions and I was answering somebody's email and then they go, "Is that okay, Kara?" And I'm sorry, guys. I was answering an email. Catch me back up. It happens.
But anyway, I did paint Bretonnian Knight. It's a female. I actually modified the model a little bit. I gave it a little female anatomy. And
I wanted her to be French.
Sure. And I had some extra female heads, and I threw them on there. I have a couple extra. I'll probably make like a third of the knights females, just because I think it's a cool little addition. I was really excited about the basing. I was really excited to kind of see how it all laid out, and I have to admit, I'm really digging it. I think it came out great. There's definitely some stuff on here I think I could have done better on. I forgot to paint the teeth completely. Actually, I'll probably just do that right now. But it was nice to just like finish like an army size level model, and I think it came out pretty good.
One of the colors I requested that he use was ultramarine blue, and I think it really turned out nice.
Ultramarine blue is a weird color. It's a good looking color, but it's not a blue that's very saturated. It's got like purple in it. It's a weird blue. But yeah, I did use it, and I spruced it up with some Lothern blue. I think the initiative to freehand all of the symbols, so most of the heraldries are going to be probably freehanded. Just because I was actually going to do non-metal metallic on this too, and then I realized that I'm not going to waste that much time. When I got to, like, when I was about to finish and I was thinking about doing non-metal metallic, I was like, I just want to be done with this. So I just wrapped it up. So I'm not going to do non-metal metallic for my Bretonnian army, but it came out real good. The hope is that when I paint these, depending on their rank in the army, I'm going to have some corresponding peasants that join them. So obviously the peasant's not done, but I did do the freehand on the shield, and I'm really going to rough it up. But I actually think I think that my freehand on that's actually pretty darn good.
I like it.
And I wanted to do something simple for the first one. I'm going to probably start trying to draw animals and stuff. That's going to be rough because I have to draw them at least 4 times on the horse, 5 on the shield, and then however many peasants. So whatever I pick, I'm going to have to freehand at least 5 times, if not 6, 7, or 8. So thankfully, when it comes to the Lord, he's going to be Bordeaux, which is one of the things that's on the transfer sheet. So I should have enough of those. But I might spruce it up and put in some like transfer ones and kind of like mix them in and all that stuff. But
it would have been freehanded back then anyway.
No, it wouldn't have.
They would have stenciled it.
No, they have transfers.
Really?
Yeah, I have some right there. It's in that box.
No. Back then, like back then.
Oh,
like
in the real world.
Actually painting shields.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing it, and it'll be fun to see an entire army painted up to this kind of like standard. I painted theirs to look a little more rough, just because they're dirty, poor people. But eventually they'll be done. I don't know. Maybe I'll paint them tomorrow. But I knew that today I wanted to finish a project, and it just happens to be these. So. Before I started the stream, I finished pretty much all of this. He wanted one that was obviously painted by boys, and then there's one that's going to be painted by girls. This one's going to be like hopefully like a bright pink. So right now I got the dark pink on there. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with it, but we'll see how it comes out. So what I'm going to do is I was thinking about how to get this to look more like intimidating, I guess would be the right word. I think what I'm going to do is on the top, I'm gonna draw like a smiley, scary face, like a jack-o'-lantern-y type face, like on the top of it. I was thinking I was gonna put it on the front, but there's really not a lot of front because it's a spider, right? So there's like there's this big gap here, and there's not enough room to really draw anything. So I'm probably just gonna put it on top here, which will look better in the army game anyway, because like from where you're standing on the table, you're gonna look down and see it. So we'll see how it comes out. I actually pulled out a brush that I've been... I probably don't use my nice brushes enough. I keep using the same old ones, and they're all beat up. So I got one that's actually pretty sharp. So I've been using this as my freehand brush.
Go upstairs. Was there a problem? Let's go see what happened. Come on.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do some freehanding. We're gonna make it look like an evil smiley face. And I'm sure while we're doing this, I'll talk about the event and stuff that we did this weekend, because it went pretty well. It went very well, actually. So something I've learned when you're doing this freehand is you actually, like in a comic book sense, you actually kind of want to stencil whatever it is you're drawing with black. So that whatever you're putting down like has an outline. So we're gonna do the usual like triangle shaped eye. And so I was thinking we might have been late on today's stream because a buddy of mine came to Boston from the UK. He's an old friend of mine from the Fury's Finest days. Very cool guy. And come to find out, he came here for a vacation. And I sort of found out through another person. I reached out to him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Boston this day." And I was like, "We should get like dinner or coffee or something." And he had time, so we went and met him. Boston. And so we had a great little coffee.
Yeah.
Little coffee sesh.
Lovely Brits.
Yep, brought his wife. Very, very nice lady. And it was a good time. So, the way it worked out, he only had time for the coffee, so once I found out, I was like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about missing the stream or anything. So it worked out. Sorry if this doesn't really appear on the camera very much. It's black on dark red doesn't exactly appear. Don't you normally have music on? Do you not hear the music?
Oh, I messed it up. I'm sorry.
Maybe if I turn it up. You don't hear any music. You probably hear that. My desktop audio's picking it up now. Okay. Okay. Should I turn it up? It's probably lower because it's not on my headset.
You can stick it back if it's not good for them. I don't want them to.
Just a little. No TTS. When was there going to be TTS? Oh, no text to speech. Oh, did they change the thing again? Oh, it's because they changed it for the for the RPG. Hold on. Boo. Boo this man.
Like this. You got this drop of paint.
You did it.
I
Good.
didn't mean to.
Good job. Twitch. Login with a Twitch. It's never just easy. I can't get on unless Tim is around. Hold on one sec, see if I can get it. Okay, I'll see if he answers. Because I need a separate login to get into the thing that lets you change that. I can change it now, though.
He has to ask Dad if it's okay, though.
Hey, Dad, is it okay if I take the sound alert thing there? Notes, yeah. It's, by the way, happy birthday, Wilmar.
Happy birthday, Wilmar!
Yeah, you remembered. Sounds good now. Why wouldn't I remember your birthday the day before my favorite holiday to dress up for? The day before? It happened a couple days ago, Mike. Okay, give me the code.
Your favorite holiday to dress up for is Monday?
Yeah, I feel like I dress up to go to work, too. Oh, 420. Okay. Change profile, Deezaster zone. Okay. I think it changed. It might take a second, but those things should come up. I dress up as a veteran every year to get the free Applebee's. It's free. It's free. Oh. Sheesh. That's rough. Yee, Mike. Yee.
They actually like hard for that. I've dated a few military men in my life.
Alright, so what color should the eyes and stuff like that be, Mike? Maybe like a yellow? So what do you get there? Do you just get like a lot of alcohol? Say you're dealing with something? Bubby, what are you doing? Joke not hit. Dang, I'll try the same thing tomorrow to see if it works better. I think it hit just fine, Mike.
Bubby's, I think, gonna do some OnlyFans content for us.
Yeah, I think it's about to get 18 plus.
Yeah, Bubby, we're talking about you.
I see you out of the corner of my eye, Bubby.
We know what you're about.
There it goes.
There you go, guys.
There it goes. He likes to make some racket.
You know, honestly, I don't know if any of you know Don. This isn't kind of the same gaming crew that we used to know, but
Yeah, they do
had
know.
a friend, Don, and when Loki was a baby, Don brought Loki a little hot dog toy,
Yeah.
little stuffy toy, and it It was just the right size, and it really got him going. I know, right? He's just like over here giving it away for free on Twitch.
Sheesh, normally gotta pay money. Yeah, heck yeah, man. I dress as a Vietnam vet, works great. They got all the costumes on clearance. Jeez. Oof. Yee, yee, yee. Yeah, the Vietnam War hit you different, man. Okay.
I don't know if anybody watched Saturday Night Live last night, but Chappell Roan was on there. Really good performance.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. Yeah, I found the Fountain of Youth between all that, between all that Agent Orange. I don't know what this. I didn't know it was this kind of stream. Well, you know what? If you were a real super fan, Wilmar, you'd know. You would know that. Your bits go.
So for a lot of good
They go a bit further on this stream. Check the redeems to see if they're different.
Please.
Lose the glasses. There's no TTS though. Viewer attack is where you can take something and throw it on the screen. Just don't do it in real life because you'll damage your thing. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. I didn't hear it though, did you? You're a big fan. You're a big fan of that kind of stuff.
The nature documentary.
Sure. Try that one. Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
For a modern city dog, a fluffy bed that they don't like the smell of is the best action they can get.
Sound alerts is in there. How do I get this thing to work? Show this now. Crab bucks. I'll have to work on that. I keep saying I'm gonna work on it. I might actually just work on that tomorrow before the actual stream because I don't have anything to do tomorrow really. Anyway, so the event this weekend went really well. Thankfully, we were saved by Danger Planet.
If you're not following them on YouTube, you should be.
Yeah, they're really good. They're a good channel to follow on YouTube.
Music is banger.
He's going through what we call the refraction period. Alright, what do we do for the teeth? I guess we try and draw them, I guess? I guess we could try that. Alright, Mike. You're the ultimate judge of this one. Does that look like it was made by a boy?
But yeah, is he a nerd or is he a proper football boy?
Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this one up, do the base, then we're gonna work on the lady one. That's a lady! But, yeah, so I think the event went really well. I did learn that I'm like the definition of mediocrity in the game. Because I managed to walk away with 2 ties, 2 out of 3 ties. And, Kara walked away with a win. You were a win, 2 losses?
Yep.
1, 2 losses? That's pretty good.
Happy that I made it through all 3 of my games.
Yeah, that. And honestly, when you first start going to tournaments, that's all you should really aim for, is just going there to like just meet people. Really, it's one of the biggest advantages. You know, Brendan's real big on it. So Brendan from Danger Planet, he has this like obsession with building communities, which is a good thing. But he is rightly obsessed with it, and I have to admit that, you know, if there's someone who's good at it, I think Brendan is a very good community builder, because he really has no ego when it comes to like losing. Because he even played against me, and like we were playing our game, and I honestly think like our game could have went either way. Like I think I made some mistakes, and I could have won our game, but I have no doubt in my mind that he was a better player than me. So I think if he wasn't just like effing around, I think he could have just stomped me. But like, he clearly wasn't like trying to crush me. So you know, in that case, I think I could have won that game. But I think if he was really trying, I don't think I would have stood much of a chance. Just mostly because I think he's just had more exposure to things than me. And he was running a list I had never like played against or anything kind of similar to it.
That feels like every game for me.
Yeah, which is why when you go to more than one event, you know, you get like there's like a lot of advantages. Because at that point, once you start seeing the same things over and over again, it's a lot easier to deal with it because you're like, oh, I kind of know what's coming.
I think for me, it's just like I think I would have been really happy with 2 games if I'd had 2 full games. I was
So, which I have been actually talking about to the locals of us doing our own like separate little like tournament. I don't even want to call it a tournament, but like our event that we were talking about, the whole like, which we got to come up with a name for it, right? But just having like random things happen, where it's you come to the thing. It might be at somebody's house, maybe it's at a store or whatever, but it's not like something that we really broadcast. It's like kind of an invitational thing only, where you play 2 games, and before the game, yeah, the Dr.D Invitational. It's essentially what it is. And before the game, you pull something out of a hat where we've like have some like random game modifiers, and you pull that thing out, and then that is how it affects your game in some way.
Are you going to need to turn that music down a bit?
No, because they can't hear it otherwise. So with that one, what would happen is you'd walk up to the table, you'd say, hey, I'm playing Guild, or I'm playing, you know, Neverborn, or whatever. You pull a thing out of the hat, and the modifier might be you have to build a crew with nothing that costs 6 soul stones or whatever. Was that the Saturday event you mentioned? Yeah, that was the one. That's the one I'm thinking about inviting, like people that play on our Wednesday night, and maybe some other people. It would, I guess, technically be. I think the way Longshanks works is if there's not enough people in it, it doesn't make it ranked. Not that I think any of us really care, but there's a certain size thing I think that has to happen for an event to become ranked, and I think you can even run events as not ranked. Again, I don't think anybody really cares. But that event would 100% be gate kept behind people that we don't. It's gonna be like it's only gonna be people that I feel like can handle that type of game mode, where they kind of like get the like the idea that we're going for. So like the idea. So like in that case, like maybe one of them would be, hey, you pull a thing out and you have to build a crew that's all in keyword. Maybe there'll be one in there that's like, oh yeah, you can play however you want. One where you have to play a model you have used the least, and that's one where you would need like some honesty, right?
You'd have one where you have to play the other person.
Better get your credit score quick to play. Yeah, sort of. That's kind of one of the biggest issues is like some of the people that I think would be really cool. If you're only playing one master, you may not be able to get away with it. Well, it's invitation only because it's like we need a certain type of like a certain kind of like mind space. Otherwise, people are going to come and they're going to get upset. That's my thought process anyway. I think it's a really cool idea. Just for us to like kind of have some goof off fun games. And I think in some ways it'll actually make us better players because it forces you to play lists that that you may not have, like maybe you'll use models where you're just like, I've never really used this thing in this kind of capacity, and it might make you a better player, which is a lot harder when you go to an event when the other person doesn't have that same like restriction, and you get stomped and you don't really learn how to use the model. So I'm thinking, hey, if everybody's playing with this like weight shackled to their foot, it's a lot easier to play kind of weird, funny things. And if it gets to be big enough, like maybe we do it bigger or whatever, but I don't think a lot of people are going to like... Again, there's a certain kind of person that I think is going to want to play this. And like I said, it would be like a two game event, and we would do it like on a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever. And we would go and play it, and the thought is... it seems like most of the time when guys go to these events, like female significant other, male significant others, they have issues when guys go play too many events too quick or whatever because they're gone for the whole day. And I'm thinking if you just play a 2-day or a 2-game event, it might not be as bad. Like you'd be back before 5 o'clock or whatever. So I think it would kind of like everybody would enjoy that. And it's not as brain draining in a lot of ways. It's much more goofy. But I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Better rules me out immediately. Okay, one of the best parts of the setup is creating the odd and crazy limiters, right? This is a test run. We can only get an invite with a CEC score above 740. Well, then I'm not allowed to go. I can't go to my own event. Ah, Destroyed again. My student loans have dragged my credit score down enough that I can't go to my own event. No. Foiled again. Like, Kara, would you go to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, on some way, I agree. Like, 3 games can be exhausting. Like, I won't deny it. I think it can be tough. I'm not allowed to go either. Setting the bar too high. Only people who make 6 times my income can attend. Ernie did it again. He won. And again, I think it rewards focusing on a single faction, you know? So if you have, like, multiple masters, it's easier to kind of pivot. So, I don't know. I was thinking it was a cool idea. We can always try it out. Again, there's no money on the line or anything. So, worst case scenario, you go there and you have some laughs.
Win some more of our prize. Get it out of my house.
I don't know. I don't know if I would offer prizes. Again, because as soon as you add that prize component, I think there could be some fuel beds.
Yeah.
So if you show up there, and maybe we do later. Yeah, and yeah, actually, that's exactly what I was about to say. We should get 2 trophies for yeah, that's what everybody's saying. So we should get a trophy, and you have to make sure you bring it to the next one.
It'd be like that Christmas party at Wendy's in Orlando, and everybody would bring back. It was always a white elephant party, and everybody would bring back that stuffed ugly cat.
And when? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's. Yeah. Okay.
I thought I showed you that. I had it in my closet for years.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
You know the ugly cat from the memes? It was just the stuffed ugly cat. And I know some of the older people in the stream at least remember ugly cat. Dylan is a baby. He's so young.
It's got to be super cringy though. Income, is that like exposure? Because my boss says exposure is good enough. Exactly like the Stanley Cup, add the name. Yeah, there you go. So, Brian, who runs the MCP stuff in New Hampshire and a lot of the really big events, he has the Tactical Rock. And so if you win one of his events, you get to sign the rock. And a lot of, at least at the beginning, I don't know how people feel about it now these days, but yeah, people were like super diehard on wanting to sign that thing. I was there at the very beginning of it, and it was literally just the rock. That thing is like covered in permanent marker now. The thing is I don't think Cyril can really play because he only has 1 master.
But he won yesterday with 1 master.
Okay, now let's just say he pulls a thing out of the thing that says play the master you play the least. Or you can't play with, you know, a 7-stone model or whatever, and maybe he can't finish a crew because he's only got like 6 models.
I feel like if this is gonna be an invite only, surely we could make it so that everybody could play in our like, group of people. Figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, it's called buy more than 1 master. Because I know he also owns Rasputina. I know that because I've seen it. Well, you're going to need to get more than 1, Mike. Are you going to be able to come? Because it's going to be on a weekend. You think Canes would sponsor us?
No, I do not.
We just got to get it to be. We got to get it to be huge. Huge. It'll give the community a reason to expand. Also true. I don't know. This one I'm not entirely sure is a community builder because again, this is going to be a little. This is going to be kind of gate kept in some ways. Like you have to actually pass like a Dr.D vibe check. Can't wait to play Sandeep. Can't wait to play Sandeep and hate myself. Well, but this is the perfect time to do it because you're going to be playing against people whose lists are like not like super optimized. So you're just like, what a time to learn a new master. And like my true honest to goodness goal of it is it will make you a better player if you have to play unoptimally. Because now all of a sudden you might start like maybe you'll use a model that everybody thinks is bad, and then you use it and just because let's take Ernie for instance, right? He never plays anything that anyone on the internet says is bad because he's a net decking weirdo. But now, if you use a model that the internet says is super terrible because of some weird little limiter thing, and you're like, oh, actually, the internet's wrong, and it might be really good in this specific, like, scheme matchup or whatever, then I think it changes, then I think it might, like, change your mind, or, like, maybe you'll see things a little differently. That's my goal. You're a genius. The winning trophy should be the Canes. Should we just get a cup? Like a like a Raising Cane's like a large cup.
We could base it.
Yeah, put it on a really big like GW base. And sign it. That's a good idea actually. That's actually a pretty good idea. And we'll call it the Raising Cane. The Raising Cane event. I used Don Serpent this tournament, who is a model that has not looked we eye upon. I'm assuming you mean not looked upon favorably. And who knows, like if we enjoy this enough, I might even extend it to like Infinity. So like maybe we'll be like, hey, play Infinity, but you're not allowed to bring a model with chain rifles or whatever. Was thinking of Kane's Cup bronze on a plinth, with the plink having room for little placards.
Wow.
I do like that. Or maybe Kane's Mayo. That would take it a different. That would be a completely different thing. Yeah, Chris, you're right.
Do they sell like the cane sauce in like take-home bottles like Chick-fil-A does? Because you could like buy that in bronzes. That'd be hysterical, like a cane-driven sauce.
That sounds like a biohazard. I'm trying to help significant others, okay? By only having an event that's 2 games. And you were like, hey, honey, I'm home from this stupid thing I know you hate. I have this thing of mayo that we have to keep in the fridge.
It's also bronzed.
It's also been bronzed. So it smells like aerosol primer. I like the Serpent. Anyone who doesn't like it can come find me. I mean, we know where you live, Wilmar.
We pick you up regularly.
Boo, we love chain rifles in this chat. I'm just saying as an example. Like, you know, like, hey, you gotta play a list, but you're not allowed to have the heavy infantry. Or half of your models have to be heavy infantry. Or, you know, just something stupid. Where you clearly have to play the game differently. Will it be balanced? No.
It won't be fair either.
It will not be fair. Will it require you to use your brain differently? Yes. Does it require you to be in a mind space where you can be okay with that? Yes. That's why we're not inviting everyone to this. Because some people can't take it. They can't turn it off. Gosh forbid we play a game for fun. Wild. Where did this music come from?
Don't know.
It's so good. It's like a Western type beat to it. That's interesting. Chris, you're allowed to come, but we know you won't because you hate us. Yeah, no warband. That's what I'm saying. That'd be cool. Like, you know, so like for some people that might not matter. So like if I were to pull it out with like Aleph, I showed up and I pulled the thing that said no warband, I'd be like, great. That doesn't affect me at all. If we do it for Infinity, all the limiters and that would be you can't take road bots. I'm just saying that might not happen, but it might happen. Okay. Do the Infinity on Sunday, then I can play and kiss the lads and all the other stuff I normally miss. No. After each game of Malifaux, my buddy and I do the missions for the next time we play. We have a rule that if we tie on the attacker-defender flip, we have to bring a crew for the other person to play. You see, that's a really good idea. I love that. True, this is all hate watching for me. Yeah, I know. I'm well aware. I know who you are, Chris. The Chris, if that is your real name. Okay, let's look at the Dawn Serpent. People are talking about it. We gotta... See, I was looking at stuff today. I was trying to build guild lists. I was told, Commander Burra, you don't take her for resupply. Like, there's not enough other stuff on this card. This model's 9 cost. That's already a little scary. I'm slowly turning into hate. I'm slowly turning. Why are you turning into hate watching? Just buy more Neverborn stuff. Or guild, or whatever you want to do, Mike. Jeez. Dr. Chris the UPA. Yeah, Doctor and what, Chris? I think it's a solid profile and fun. Can be a beater or a scheme grabber. Alright, what are we looking at? We got Flight. It's got a 9 cost with 5/6 defenses. That's a little rough. Movement 7. It's not bad. Counterspell. Counterspell, I've played Sonya enough to just say Counterspell barely ever comes up because nobody ever remembers to do it. Enemy models within 6 inches must each discard a card to declare Twiggas. Could potentially be amazing, but most people will forget to do it. I'll just tell you that right now. Dr. Government. Dr. Love?
I don't know.
You're married. You don't have love.
I played against a lot of people yesterday who were really... I mean, I played against 2 people yesterday who were really good at, like, reading their entire card and doing everything they possibly could on it.
So he's got a stat 6, 1-inch attack with Mim 3. Always a good thing. Mim 3 damage is always really good. Breath of Fire can be very funny. Drop scrap marker into base contact with the target. That's interesting if you bring Mei Fang. Touche. I have only my duty. This model heals 1 for each enemy model within range within 6. When resolving, each enemy model within range may discard a card. Each model that does not gains burning +1. I mean, it doesn't seem bad. I think his biggest issue is just really expensive. 9 for all that? I mean, he's only got 2 actions.
Is this somebody that you could play on your team, or...
No, it's a 10 Thunders model. So, I would say, I mean, it looks okay. It's just kind of expensive. So, you would have to really enable him with the rest of your crew. So, if there was some way to, like, give him fast or something, which I don't know if there's things in 10 Thunders that can. Because he doesn't really seem that hard to kill. How many health's he got? He's got 9 health. He's got no, like, defense tech. This guy hates guns. So if some person has a gun, they're just like, hey, you, die. Cooper would love this. Or just shove him into a Yoko crew and go to town. He's not hard to kill at all. Yeah, you're paying 9. You're paying 9 for something that's not that hard to get rid of. Which, again, he's one of those if you bring him against Rezzers, I bet he'd wreck, because Rezzers they don't really have guns. But if you ran him, like let's just say Cooper, right? You'd run him in, you'd be like, ah, take this Cooper, you attack him in melee, you probably don't kill him. I got your back out of combat and then just blast him twice. And if I just get moderate twice, that's 10 damage, he's dead. Okay, there's one model in Rezzers with a really good gun. Okay, if we're gonna play pedantics here, you can say that about any crew. Or about any faction. I've been playing since Wilmar forced me back into this game against my will. Haven't played Seamus once.
Who did Wilmar force back?
Me.
Bullshit.
I was sitting there and I was like, I don't want to play this game ever again. And Wilmar was like, you're gonna play this or
That's bullshit.
he's gonna go A por L.
This is actually how all of this
No,
went
it's
down.
definitely not. Whatever she's about to say is gonna be a lie.
I think I should get rid of my Malifaux stuff. It's been hanging around since we've been together and I've never played it.
I'm actually amazed she got my accent just perfect.
And I said, let's play Malifaux. And he said, actually, there's a Newsies crew. You might like it. And I said, sure, let's try it. He bought me the whole crew. Didn't like it.
I did not buy the whole crew. I owned all of it. I bought you one box.
Didn't like it. But, you know what I did love? Cards. And I was like, we're going to keep playing this. And I wanted Dreamer.
That is what I said, right? Seamus? Seamus? No, that's not his name.
Yeah, it's
That's definitely not Seamus. It's either Seamus or... That's what I said, right? Seamus? Seamus? Yeah, it's definitely Seamus. Reeve put his butt on fire. That's true. And I played Sonya, so I put some of your guys on fire, but your guys were like, I like it. I like to burn. Feels so good. Feels so good on my skin. Who'd have thought Reva was a freak?
Oh, I knew.
You don't even know who Reva is.
Don't know my life.
Yeah, I'm like 96% sure. Hey, that's Seamus. She did really nail that the distinctive whiny tone. Yeah, she nailed it. I was like, wow, I didn't know I sound that whiny all the time.
I'm super glad we got into Malifaux. Whether it was me or Wilmar that drug you into it, I'm just glad we got there.
Yeah, the actual sequence of events was, I saw you playing it or something like that, but I was like, you know what, I should probably try this game again because I still had a lot of stuff for it. And Kara's right. I was talking about getting rid of it because I was like, I'm not playing this game. I might as well get rid of it because I'm constantly trying to like get stuff out of the house. And I was like, let me try it again just to see if I like it because I remember the good old days. And I played it with Wilmar and I was hooked all over again. The irony being I was playing a not-so-great master. He was playing a master that was beyond OP. Because, usually Wilmar always plays like the most busted stuff against me all the time. Because he knows I work for the government.
He didn't play busted against me. He must have been pulling punches yesterday against me
You pulling punches against Kara? Huh?
because he just like let me smush him yesterday.
Yeah, Captain. Yeah. She got the nasally whine of his own pat. She got the nasally whine of his own pat. All right. Yeah, Captain Con. Right. Yeah, because I bumped into you there. Right. Rotate the crops. 1 game in, 1 game out. Then again at AO. I hope we did. I'm happy we did get into Malifaux after Bushido. It just feels a ton better. But yeah, no kidding. Don't you say that about every match you play. Jesse took Ivan and won the CT tournament, the Connecticut tournament. I was playing Ivan right next to him. I won that game. I was not doing his triggers well. Once I actually kind of like pulled my head out of my butt, it was a lot better.
He does like to have his
And I'm gonna throw Kara under the bus a lot on this. When I'm playing stuff, I usually have to play it on such a light level,
He does really
or I
pull
get
punches.
yelled at.
I don't want to die before I learn how to use my models.
So what she does is turn 1, she takes all of her models and just like, you know those things like on the crap table where they like drag the dice around the thing? She just takes that thing and just like shoves all of her models right in front of all of mine in the middle of the table or further, and then she's like, "Don't kill my stuff," and I'm like,
Definitely what I did is turned
I'm like,
into
oh,
yesterday.
like I don't know what I can do now, so all right. And so I've literally had games where I just like stand there, and I'm like, I'll just focus and stand here, I guess, because if I do anything, you're gonna cry and then leave, and then I feel like crap. I played Mei Fang against her and did my best to beat her into the ground, but she just had to gotcha me and score more. You gotcha'd him? My goodness.
No, I really
haven't
think
looked
that
at the last
I
trip.
like broke his brain when I picked up his scrapbook.
Oh, with the Widow Weaver. Yeah, I bet when you put down that scrap token, you weren't expecting a stitch together. Oh my god, it's Oogie Boogie. He was aiming for tears.
Yeah, that's fair.
What did he get?
Boogie Boogie.
I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. If you ain't shaking, something very wrong. 'Cause this might be the last time you hear the boogie song. Whoa. Wow. Whoa.
Wow.
I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. I still, on some levels, like Bushido, but I am very glad we switched to Malifaux when we did. You got your butt kicked. Had you never played against Dreamer before? That's how I felt playing Cyril first turn. At least it was a friend who made me cry. At least it was a friend who made me cry. Colette is a bit of a B. You have to.
Cyril's pretty good.
Yeah, Cyril's also very good. You talk about playing a model 10 times.
He gets kind of. So like, here's why I didn't cry when Cyril smashed me. He's so cute when he gets excited about doing the thing that it's just like, it's fun to watch the process.
It's funny because I think a lot of people think Cyril's not, or not Cyril, that Colette's not good.
I am scared of Colette. Like, genuinely scared. She haunts my nightmares.
I think Colette in this GG is really good. But the thing is, I think people don't think she's good because they think someone else in Arcanist is better. It was probably Damien. But now that Damien's been toned down a little bit, I'd actually be curious to see if she makes like a resurgence. I think if we'll do a whip it out. Actually, it's right around the time we do whip it out. So we'll do whip it out in like 5 minutes. But I think if Colette were to bump into a Nelly, I bet Cyril will be real sad about that. Where he walks into range of them and he's like, "I'm gonna do an interact." He's like, "No, I'm gonna do an interact. Take a damage, idiot." And that's why he can't trust the media. That's why I can't trust the government. I play Bushido with select people still. She's an amazing schemer. She's very good at scheming. You don't even have an army anymore, Ernie. You're trying to sell it. But you're selling it very badly, by the way. You ever looking to play against my gambling lads? I'm down. Yeah, I think I would like to try playing the spider ladies again. Once the queen lady comes out. I actually don't. They showed a picture of her. I don't actually know if they have come out and said that they're going to release it yet, but I think she's going to be really helpful. Official news. Oh, there's another hair samurai. That's cool. There's a new Shiho. The panther. Spiders. Oop. There's another big spider. The Grace in Murder. That's a lovely name. I'll have to check that. Okay, so there's other spiders coming. Yeah, so I'll have to check that out again. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely lady?
It's like my best friend.
Best friend. Oh yeah, Queen will help. Yeah, God, I hope so. You ever looking at playing me? She's an amazing schemer. That's why I said select people who have multiple factions. Yeah. Again, I think Bushido's another one of those games where maybe we do a 2-day, you know? Like, maybe we'll do that. And, we just say, don't bring that stupid, crud.
You need a 2-game, not a 2-day.
Yeah, 2-game. I know. You've told me 3 times. No. Yeah. Kara's abandoning you. She finds you boring.
Babe, you're the best.
No, I'm Dylan. Alright, we're gonna whip it out. Alright, we're gonna do Kara's first, because if not, I'm gonna have to hear her yapping in my ear all day. So she's been working on a mature Nephilim. This is the 2nd edition one. He's so big. So she says he's done. Other than the base.
You really see the definition on the camera.
Yeah, models I paint, I promise are better in person. Like I said, we need a better camera. But she went with this pink color for the wings, for like the membrane. And also his back hair. And blue for all the bony type things, and
Except it's twofers. He got some pink twofers.
you got some pink twofers. And she did some shading on the top, a little dark pink, and then some blue shading on the bottom.
I was nervous about his wings, but I'm really happy with how they came out.
Yeah.
Not super 100% happy with his body, but I'm sick of painting him.
And that's when you know you want to put it down.
Yep, that's what I thought. It's like, you know what? I think I'm probably done.
Got a lot of stuff from Mr. Michael. He's been painting the Tiger Claws.
Cyberpunk.
Yep, Cyberpunk Combat Zone Tiger Claws. This is the Kyodai, I think is how you say it, which is Japanese for, I believe, like it's like brother or something like that.
I like it.
Or it's like Japanese for, it's like brother or like criminal. It's like or criminal. Like maybe like gangster. I think it has like a couple different like meanings. Yeah, it means sibling. Yeah, brother or sister, sibling without specifying what gender. So this is the pre, and then as Mike was just saying, he's got a post wash. But here's the front and the back. I like the green. The green and the orange works really well. That's a good use of color theory.
Yeah.
And then this is probably the post wash. You can tell because it's got a shine to it. Washes are notorious for adding a gloss.
Which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's just something that happens.
Dylan is a very matte favorite.
He wants all orange. The green is a great touch.
Yeah. I'm also a fan of orange and purple.
And then the pre-wash on the Ronin Sniper. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this especially. That visor.
I'm thinking that too. Yeah. Really nice.
You got white Vans. Also matte spray. Yeah. The matte spray will get rid of the shininess. He's a sniper, but he's got 2 swords. He's armed to the teethers.
It's ready. It's not that he comes up on.
And then the post wash. Doesn't look all that different. At least I'm from the front. He came out in his gray sweatpants.
Yeah, but they're not obscene gray. They're loose fitting.
Also, very disappointed in the color of this gun. Guns are not metal color. Very disappointed in you, Mike. Jacket looks great. I love the jacket. And this is another one of those cases where I think this is going to look a lot better when that base is black. Because this white is going to... it's going to lose some... like spatial definition because the bases are white, which is a lot of times like when you're painting like these things, they feel they don't look quite like good, but then when you do the base, it like looks so much better.
Is it burnt orange or is it Nova orange?
I think I have both. They're right next to each other.
Yeah, I know.
She knows. Okay. All right, guys. She knows.
I personally think that their marketing / image department used the same image for burnt orange that they did for Orange Nova, because Orange Nova is not the same as burnt orange, but in the pictures online they look the same.
She knows that. Yeah, this looks really good, Mike. That's a good job. Where's your stuff, Wilmar? There. Mike, you win. You win the whip. Mike is the winner.
I can let him win because I won my Steffi yesterday.
Sure. So well done, Mike. Yeah, I was gonna say, let me turn the music off. Good job, Mike.
Good job, Mike.
I don't know what she's referencing.
I told Mike last night that you made it sound like he's a security guard at the lab, not like a really smart person. And when you were like learning why you guys got to be events.
Because he's a manager at like a tech company, and there has to always be somebody in the lab.
Manager wasn't in the conversation. It was just like there has to always gotta be somebody there to guard the drugs. And I was like,
Is that what I said?
Mike's much smarter than just guarding drugs. How'd you get that to be that color?
I use paint.
Did you like white down this one?
That, and then I use pale pink and put white into it. And then I dry brushed. Why? He's a janitor at a TGI Fridays.
I love TGI Fridays.
This will help me get through
Guilty
the week.
pleasure for sure.
Yeah, TGI. We go there usually when we go to like a movie, which we haven't gone to in a while, but
We literally like drive out of the city so that we can go to the suburbs and go to a TGI Fridays.
because we go to the one in Quincy,
Braintree.
we go to the Braintree one, right?
And it is ghetto, guys.
Yeah,
The floor
it's real
has
bad.
Never, ever not been sticky at this
Yep.
TGI Fridays.
You walk to the table.
Stickiest floor ever. Like, if you happen to remember going to a Hardee's when you were a kid and how gross the floor in Hardee's was, it's grosser than that. Yeah, I figured they weren't long for this world.
Sorry to hear that, Carol. They went bankrupt. Yeah, they bankrupt. A bunch of them are closing and restructuring. What, TGI Fridays?
Yeah.
Worked at a Hardee's as my first job. Can confirm, would not eat there myself. Sheesh. TGI Fridays went out of business? Or they went bankrupt, I guess?
I think a lot of those large chains are gonna go that way because, like, I think that, you know, like 20 years ago, everybody wanted to go to the same place and have the same food wherever they were in the country, and I think now people really appreciate like something local and a little more like like I don't Applebee's, TGI Fridays, Red Lobster.
Well, I know Red Lobster had problems because the investment group that bought it, like, sold the land all the buildings were on so they could, like, extortion them for rent. I was like, what?
Fire and ice.
It's like, it's ridiculous. They closed like 27 locations in Mass. It was a big story. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know how to read, so.
Yeah. I guess I don't follow the TGI Friday news. I just worry about it when I'm going to sleep.
Which she doesn't want to do anymore. I'm always like, Carrie, you want to leave the house? She's like, no.
Dude, I literally was gone from like sun up until way after sundown with you yesterday.
Hey, Carrie, you want to leave the house right now?
Nope.
See? It's exact as proof right there.
Well, I didn't realize that kids were Cyberpunk.
Yep. Generation Red.
Aw. Mike, come over and play so I can watch you play on Steam and see if I like it better than the other Rare have.
Yeah, people who are worried about me not wanting to play Cyberpunk anymore because of the Danger Gals thing, don't worry. I still really like the game. But the Danger Gal thing is unacceptable with how badly balanced that is. It's all corporate shenanigans, like when Toys R Us got all this corporate debt shoved on it, and then it went bankrupt, which, how TF is that legal? We playing Tuesday? We are, yeah, we should be. So again, Mike, my hope is that these will be done. Tomorrow I don't have to work, so they should all be done. Bar something very unusual. But we'll be painting Infinity tomorrow, unless I can't finish them, and then I'll make sure we finish them. Because after this guy, all that's left is Wheelie, who I haven't touched yet because he has like a Hispanic skin. So I wanted to do him different than all the other skins I was doing. Because there's been an African American. There's been 2 African American. There actually, I think there was. I think Tetra was also supposed to be like Hispanic. I might show up to eat chicken and look at election results, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We probably should do that on Wednesday, because Tuesday night we're not gonna know anything.
Yeah, you know the thing. I think it's just gonna cause anxiety on Tuesday.
I mean, but it's kind of like the Olympics, because the news channels have like their own little like election jingle they play before they do everything. It's K-A-R-A, and you say Kara. I care. I am not a car.
They're saying Caravana.
Oh, yeah.
And he said at least he didn't say Carla. That's true. I think it's time she gets her own mic so I can hear her. We already tried, but the issue is that there's like a double audio feedback. So she has to like turn her mic on and off.
And it doesn't work if we're trying to talk together.
Yeah, because we gotta go through Discord, because like if we weren't painting across the table, it wouldn't be a problem. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Grogu 2002. Welcome. Do you have Warhammer Age of Sigma? And do you have Star Wars Legion? And do you have Warhammer 40k? And do you have Discord? That's a lot of questions all at once. Do I have Warhammer Age of Sigmar? Well, okay, so we got to answer these questions in weird ways. Do I have it? Yes. I have a lot of Daughters of Cain still. Do I have Star Wars Legion? No, I managed to get rid of all that. It's a really good game. I just can't add another game to the table. And do I have Warhammer 40k? Yes. I have a lot of Dark Eldar, but I haven't played in years. And do I have Discord? I do. I do have a Discord. I am Dr.D on Discord. Why do you ask these things, Mr. Grogu?
Give Mr. Grogu at least the Whip It Out channel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, here's the Whip It Out. So the Whip It Out channel is for showing off whips, and we talk about it. Whip it out. Which I can't put in there because I'm not logged in anymore because of the difficulties of using somebody else's stream channel. So if somebody else could put that in there, please. Also known as the Mayo Legion. The Mayo Legion. I used to play a lot of Heresy. Like a lot of Heresy. Horse Heresy. I did think that was better.
We love Lord of the Rings.
We do actually, yeah, Lord of the Rings, and they're getting a new edition, which they did a lot of. They made some people upset with the range update thing, which I don't think affects us, because we both were playing armies that had models that were in the movies.
What company does Song of Ice and Fire? That's not GW.
Simon. I'm seeing no Whip It Out channel. I can't post it. Somebody else has to post it. Because I can't do it while I'm logged into this account. There it goes. That one. Mike's a good mod. He was already on it. Mood mod. Mood mod. I'm seeing no whip it at can't. Yeah, so that's where we post the whips of everybody, and then I'll show it in the stream. $3 million? Sheesh! 3 million, that's a lot. I can't even count that high. 1 million in Nevada have voted. By the way, this is not a political channel. We will not talk politics, but go vote. No matter where you are.
And I just love the data.
Yeah, data's interesting.
Wow. 4.5 million early voters in North Carolina, and they just got hit by that hurricane.
Yeah, they did.
North Carolina looks like it's very solidly a third Republican, a third Democrat, and a third others. Based on these early vote numbers.
That makes it exciting. It makes it like a little game. Except it's the price of our groceries. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Yeah, if I make an Asmo Gold type channel, then we can talk about it. It's a little robot. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a bunny. Oh, your bunny! You mean a Zach Roar channel? Asmogold is strict Warcraft talk, not reaction stream. I thought he was like, I thought he talked about whatever. I mean, I actually watched a lot of his stuff during that Amber Heard trial thing. Real highlight of my workday. Okay, it's a different channel. Okay. Zach Roar is his other channel where he does that. He talks a bit as Asmon, but mostly as Zach Roar. Gotcha. Okay. So, I'm assuming his real name is Zach then. I gotta pay your bunny! Man, these tunes, man, they banging. I just don't know what you would talk about, other than political stuff, you know. Sounds exhausting. Also, the models that we painted last weekend for the event seem to have been a pretty big hit. All of them got taken, so all eight of them were taken. So clearly we did okay. Yeah, a lot of them really are. I don't know if all of them can be quite that easy to paint up for an event, but they are really good. It's reactions to what the chat talks to you about. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he gets a lot of people in those chats. Okay. Kyle die. Also, if anybody here wants to meet me, I'll be at PAX Unplugged. You might also be able to meet Mike. What's reactions to what the chat talks about? I'll meet you there. You'll meet me there? Oh my god. Can we meet, Mike? Can we finally meet? That sounds really exciting. It is a bun bun. Alright, Mike. Done check. Before I do the base. Or forbidden love won't be forbidden anymore. I've seen more of you than I'd like to admit. Jeez. Sheesh. That's not very nice, Wilmar. I mean, you're gonna be you're going there with your own buddies, though, aren't you? Like, you have your own group of people you're hanging out with? So you can just ignore that I'm even there. You don't even have to worry about me. Kinda. Kinda. Well, you can always hang out with us, buddy. You know that. Is this just legally distinct Mario? So I know, right? There's a lot of Mario. What's the word? Samples. There's a lot of Mario samples in this. Yes. Oh yeah, good point. Because this is Mario World. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of Mario chip tunes in this whole rotation thing. Yeah, what are you going to be doing while you're there, other than just, like, roaming around? Like, do you have any, like, specific things you want to do, Mr. Wilmar? Like, I'm probably gonna play in the Malifaux event. I don't know if there's an Infinity event.
Probably be happier if you played Malifaux.
Get enough of it. Okay. No events, just jam board games until I'm sick of cardboard. I may also enter the painting competition. Ooh, that's fun. Like, do you paint it there? Is it like a speed painting thing, or is it like bring your own stuff? I think you're right, Jay. I don't think there was one last year.
One of the reasons why I love cards and these construction papers.
And just throw them away. Oh, Jay's gonna be there too, right? Yeah, yeah. Jay will also be there. I would like to also play just a lot of board games. I would actually really enjoy that myself. I got my ticket and stuff. I should actually get that kind of locked away. Honestly, like, I always think about that going to Adepticon. Like, I should just, like, plan to be in the board game hall more often, because most of the time after you're done with the main events, the board game hall closes. And then I'm always like, darn, I really wish I could have played, like, a bunch of these games I've never played before. I played some real cool hit bangers, that's for sure. PAX Unplugged is fun. It's just a very laid back con. And honestly, going to the con and not having to cart something around would be really nice. Because going there with a heresy army back when I went the first time, it was a pain in the My plan is just wandering around the hall and then playing in the free play area, trying as many of the coming out sections as possible, yeah. And then whatever my two friends that buy bags and board games pick up, yeah. My plan is to go there and not spend as much money as humanly possible. I'll probably buy a mini or two, or maybe a book. But I'm going to do my best to not come home with a board game. I used to really like buying them, but the problem is you just never play them. Yeah, it sounds like we're all going to be playing some board games at some point. I've never been, just want to vibe in board game. Yeah, it's definitely a vibe con. You just walk around. It's very big. It's a lot of fun. I usually give myself 100, 150 bucks back, pick up one or two things that really, yeah, that's probably about what I do. I want my most expensive purchases to be, maybe not purchases, but my most expensive, the biggest expenses is probably going to be food. Just because, you know, you got to, because we're going to be eating, what, for 3 days? And if I can keep it limited to that, that'd be good. And I don't eat fancy. Yeah, right, exactly. You get it. This guy gets it. I want my money to be spent on food, not cardboard. Yeah, yeah, fair. I'm eating as many hand-pulled noodles as my stomach can hold. I'll go with you at least once, that's for sure. Honestly, Uber will probably be kind of expensive going back to that hotel. How much was the Uber there? Probably like, what, 20 bucks? Give or take? Because that was the nice thing about Adepticon is, like, the trip back to the hotel was like 7 bucks. No idea how this new place is going to work when Adepticon does come around again. Meeting is, yeah, sometime, somewhere between 15 and 25, depending on the timing. Also, coming in more expensive than leaving because you have to pay the toll. Also, coming in more expensive. Oh, sure, well, whatever. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. We got to figure out which car we're taking. Mike, do you know? Because Jay has to come down. Not, I'm sorry. Josh has to come down, and is gonna pick. Is either gonna get picked up or pick me up at my house. Do we know which car we should take? We can take mine, but we're gonna lose space. And the car itself has been known to fail at times. I think it'd be fine, but just to think about. So I don't know if you want to take your hatchback or whatever Josh has. Like, do you think your car could make it? I have no doubt in my mind my car could make it, but I'm also extremely nervous when it comes to my cars. I'm just bringing a backpack. What Josh got. I don't know. We'd have to ask him in that chat. Yeah, I'm not worried about the going there part. It's the coming back part. Because if we buy a bunch of stuff, it's going to be tough coming back. It probably won't be that bad. I doubt all three of us are going to buy that much. I need to go into shop soon, so maybe also need to hardcore clean it. I can help with need. Yeah. I don't think we're going to spend that much, but it's just food for thought. Also, Mike, I don't know if you actually saw the Finnish guy, but here's the Finnish shredder. He's got a bunny, or he's got like a cat. He's got a cat on his skateboard. You got your cartoon kitty. He does look fit. He is in fact finished. That's true. Look at that sick kickflip he's doing. Dude, he's going up in the air with his bat, with his giant lug nut thing. Well, he's not from Finland. No, if that was what your actual thing was implying. He's not Finnish. Could definitely use the help cleaning my car. That was good, Mike. Appreciate it. That is really nice of you to offer that, Jay. You're gonna help him pay to get his car fixed up? That's really nice of you. And you're gonna help clean it up? Man. Jay's a good friend. Yeah, cons get a lot more cheap. They're a lot cheaper when you don't have to fly. Just a slap on the hood. Just a good old slap on the hood. Fix it right up. No, you have to make a comment too. You have to be like, this sucker. Now this is a solid. This guy will be good. You gotta say something too. Just slap on the hood. Yeah, I take back all those things I said in private. Yeah, you really should. I can't believe you said all of it. The fact that you managed to get all the vitriol across in a PG-13 way was pretty impressive. I gotta say. This baby, this baby could drive so many miles. It is very kawaii. That's true. That's very true, actually. Do you just hear that sick beat? Look at that. Okay. This is it. This is the last one. She's got a sick jacket. Sick.
Well, he got a DMX bike.
Sure does.
BMX.
He has a DMX bike.
Shut up. My girl. Never got to do dangerous stuff like ride bikes dangerous.
He has a DNR bike. Do not resuscitate him. Do not resuscitate this kid. You want DMX written on it? Okay. I'll put it on this crossbar. Kara has never stopped, dropped, shut him down, or even opened up shop. Dang! Sheesh! And you misspelled her name too. That's awesome.
I'm not sure that person saw my
Dragon. It's audio, Jay. Yeah, thanks a lot, Audio J. God, fucking Audio J is always... He's always sitting around not being where he's supposed to be on time. I say it all the time. All the time.
You know what this printer really needs, and I'm hoping it has, and I just don't know how to do it yet, is a way to print something, and then pause it, start that same print again, but from the beginning, go back to the half-printed one with the color you want, and print that.
You'd probably have to do all that with the code in the computer, because there is ways for you to start printing something, and then if you wanted to like change the filaments, it'll stop. But you'd have to do that with the codes, which I'm not really sure how to do, because I don't want my Infinity and model train to you know, sparkle or whatever. Or whatever the hell it is you want to do.
What year did we buy this? I didn't remember, and I've never used it before, so I feel like I'm due some time.
When did we get it? We were still in Weymouth. You monster, I reinstall what I said in private. Oh my god! It's back on the table! I thought it was K, but Mike confused me earlier with the Caravetta thing. See?
It is a K, Jay.
It is a K. Well, now that Mike hates you again, I don't know if we can actually hang out at PAX. He's never opened up shop. Well, Mike's not my boss.
I thought opening an FB shop today, and I looked at how much they take, and I was like, that ain't worth it.
Nah, I kept telling you it wasn't worth it. He's not my boss. The problem is history's greatest. That's true. The thing is, me and him are sharing a room, and if I want him to get into the skinny dipping in the hot pool mood, I'm really gonna have to like be one-sided about this, you know? You're already married, Jay. It's not fair. I want to hang out with him. See, he wants hand-pulled noodles. Oh, I'm gonna give him some hand-pulled. It depends on how the night goes. All it takes for me to do that is, hey, want a skinny dip? Hey, want a skinny dip hot tub mood? I'll say yes. Show me where you poop. Hell yeah, let's hand-pull noodles together.
You guys could probably book a hand-pulled noodles event where you make your own hand-pulled noodles.
While we're naked.
I don't think that's part of it.
It's
never do anything.
extremely dangerous because there's gonna be oil flying everywhere. I think this kid has fingerless gloves. Whoa, no dirty stuff this month. Oh, that's true. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. That's actually a good point. When we're at PAX... But PAX is in December. Right? It's early December? You know what I mean from it? You know what I mean? Save the seed, okay. Okay, unleash the seed. Oh, man. Yeah, oh, man. Hey, if I'm extra cranky at the shop, you guys will know why. I forgot. This is a very important month. Kara. This month we're gonna have to really be worshiping some Jesus.
Why?
Because it's November.
I don't understand that.
This is something you can't do in November.
You can't shave in November?
Yeah, that's it.
But I literally watched you shave in the shower today.
Oh, maybe that's not it then. Mike said we have to save the seed.
I cannot wait to see Mike's face after he hasn't shaved for all November. He's like 3 hairs.
Yeah, Mike.
They'll all be clear.
You're not allowed to shave, Mike. D's flow free in December. Oh, dude, the flow. It's gonna be one of those things where once the door opens, like the tidal wave is gonna come out. Oh no. It's an alliteration. Oh no. It's no shave November. I just took shaving as the term you use in Doc's house because you do it in the shower. It's a colloquial term. It's a regional thing. You wouldn't understand. Yeah, actually, that is something I do. I do shave in the shower.
I bought him a special mirror for it.
Yeah, we do have a special mirror for it. It's getting real personal here. You never ask a man where he shaves. Jeez. I thought this was America. Is it just me, or is it like a bunch of Christmas songs are playing? Where or where? Think all the painting people will get. Think of all the painting people will get done this month when they're not shaving. Yeah, you're right. You're so right, Mike. What was I thinking? It's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna have painted armies. Oh man! All right, time to put it on. Time to put it on my channel. Painted armies, and seriously stressed out. Yeah, you're right. I finished all my Infinity models, but God, I don't want to be alive anymore. New pack just dropped. What's a pack? Pack of what? Like a pack of smokes? Oh, new pack. Oh, new pack. No, I'm sorry, I got what you're saying. No, new packed. Yeah, what are you suggesting, Wilmar? Huh? Becky had a fantastic accent, yeah. Yes, she did. Yeah, she did. I guess that's where we'll go visit them when we want to watch a polo match.
They've never even been. They'd be the tourists too.
That's true.
I'm not sure that just anybody can go to the polo match. I think it's like going to watch like golf matches. Like I think that you have to be like really rich and know people and drink more alcohol a lot.
I heard about the size of his wang. That's pretty cool. Ernie says, this is going downhill so fast, though I'm impressed at how well everyone can double speak. Listen, I'm just saying, Wilmar. Just have to buy tickets. Yeah, is that right, Ernie? Yeah, you would know, right? Yeah, Ernie knows how to buy activities to rich people stuff. He thinks he's so cool.
But see, poor people think you can't get tickets to stuff like that.
Yeah, Ernie.
Like they tell us we're not allowed to go.
I go up to the ticket booth and I ask, hey, how much is the ticket? And they say, well, if you ask, you probably can't afford it.
And I'm just gonna throw it out here. I don't know this Becky lady other than an hour I sat with her tonight, so she might be just, you know, fucking royalty for all I know. Effing royalty
Language.
for all I know.
Kara, we are double speaking.
She's never been to polo either, so I'm thinking she also probably thought you gotta know somebody. She might have thought. She might know more. She is from Britain.
I just figured his butler. I just figured his butler did it for him. Ernie, you did seriously walk into that. Ernie says he just walked into that one. Should have known better. Well, yeah, you should have. You know what? You know what they say rich people commonly lack, Ernie? Huh? They lack common sense. I just figured his butler did it for him. Oh man, that's funny. Ernie, no matter what tax bracket you're in, we'll still love you.
We might love you more if Kamala wins.
I don't know what that means. Sure. He's got a bunch of money. Okay, we're not getting into this. Not doing it. I want to hear it. I was your driver yesterday. That's that's true. And we didn't even get pulled over. Need to get that hat next time. Gotta get the hat next time to make it proper. Maybe that'll be the trophy for the Dr.D Invitational. It'll be a filet driver hat. I am grateful to a man who makes 7 times my income. Let me come along for the ride. Even Ernie needs a second job out here. He does, man. I don't, you know. He's got expensive tastes. He plays 10 Thunders. Some expensive army. Because everything is busted. Expensive taste, a property near Boston. I'm there with him.
Important reminder, if you haven't figured it out already from your phone and all your technology, that probably auto-updates the time for you. Time went backwards, so don't show up to work an hour early tomorrow.
She's not wrong. Don't do that. He saves a lot of cash by only buying the good models. He does, that's true. Which in 10 Thunders is all of them. Okay, so speaking of good models, and to get some of the heat off Ernie, I want to play Guild. I asked if there was something in Guild that helps you draw cards, and I was told don't play Guild because you're stupid. I was like, that's a weird way to answer that, but okay. No. Nobody technically. I made this story up. But I asked, hey, where is card draw in Guild? Because I want to play Dita. And one of her weaknesses is that she doesn't have great card draw. And I was told to play not Dita. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play Dita at some point, and I have to, right? It's in my contract. So the question is, what do you take? Play what you want, man. Yeah, I'm going to play whatever I want. I'm not listening to that. I don't say anything in the chat because I'm too casual. 100% made up story on the guild isn't good, though. Go card draw answer was correct. Yeah, I know. I was just asking to make sure that I hadn't missed anything. Smart stuff. It's like they know. It's like they know. 2K 107 was a great question though. I was curious for when I play Sonya. Play what you want, man. I haven't looked in the chat in a hot minute. I saw that there's been a lot of posts, but I haven't had a chance to actually read it. I'm hoping. Did Jesse actually say something? Because Jesse's the one that just answers those questions. I love Brendan, but for some reason, anytime I ask a question like that, he doesn't actually tell me what I want to know. He's just like, "Don't do that." I'm like, "Okay, not helpful, but noted." I have to say, Jesse is an incredibly good player. He will not give himself enough credit, but he's very, very good. I got one whip and one observation in the whip channel. Okay. Okay. Well, if anybody else has got something posted in the whip, we can take another look. We can do another whip it out. Yeah. Yes. Mr. Mike, what color would you like his what did we say, DMX? Is that what we said, DMX bike? It's gonna take like 13 seconds. So no. Alright, I'll be back. If you got something for the whip it out, put it in there. I'll be right back.
Clear my mind, close my eyes, where am I? Bumpy ride, looking out across the sky as the wind blows in my
got one. Okay, let's do it. I won't remember a thing. Take a drink and tomorrow I'll be hungover. So many channels. Okay, so we got this whip. This is Jay. Was a great way. I got one with no answer on the question, though. He did say Perdita was great, and I would agree if Jesse was a real That's fair. So this is a. I get all the Sea Army drawns mixed up. This is an Icadron, I think. So this is actually a keychain. That keychain thing I have, that's the gun that that's based on. So. Unidron. That's what that is.
I just guessed it. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Totally pulled it out of the editing podcast.
Sure. I think I just need a third color, but not 100% sure what.
Do you have teal in there?
Unique.
Or maybe, this bright green.
Icadron is the one you see the most, because it's, yeah, it's the baggage flamethrower.
I think this one. Bright green.
I think she, in a weird kind of abstract way, yeah, I think she's right. You need like a bright, you need a hot color.
Yeah.
You have a lot of cool colors, because you got like the dark, what looks to be like purple. You got dark purple and pink, which are pretty close to each other. Because purple is essentially kind of a variation of red. Pink is essentially a variation of red. You have this like blue. Or that might just be more of the purple. Okay, yeah, that's not like a separate color.
Yeah, so like my auto thought to this pink, purple is teal or jade or something along those lines, but I'm really in love with this new bright green. It may not be new, it's new to me.
So if this was me, and again, you can tell me I'm wrong or whatever. It's always hard to fully judge these things until like something's on the base. So just be, always be mindful of that. But what I would do is I would put some kind of bright, warm color. Red would probably be your best option because there's already so much like red adjacent stuff. But when you look at a color wheel, right? Okay, so when you're looking at like a color wheel, right? Because red and purple are right next to each other. So like with complementary colors, this is probably a better picture. So if you're, I think in this case, they're using yellow as the example. So if you're using yellow, the complementary colors would be green and orange. So it's always the colors that are like to the like immediate left and right, and then the opposite side is the complementary color. you could go Miami Vice. That's true. So if you have a lot of this like purple, you're going the opposite way here. So you see, yeah, and that's the funny thing is if you look at like a lot of sports teams and their jerseys or like TV shows that have really popular color, like that are popular, a lot of them take this into account, which is why their uniforms are always so like kind of striking. So whenever you're looking for, if your question is always, the Viking colors are a perfect example. That's why it's the colors that they are. And unless you have black or white uniforms, black and white work with everything. So black and white are always like colors that can work with everything. So in your situation, you have the exact opposite problem here, right? Because your thing is mostly purple-ish, right? So the colors you have on there now are pink, which is essentially red. So you're to the right of this. And if you look at the other color, Which you have like, and then you have like this like pink. You got a little pink there, pink, 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 and then I guess that's it, right? It's only 2 colors. So what you should do is you should go across. You don't necessarily always have to do the one directly across. You can always wiggle it to the left or the right a little bit, but you'll notice that all the cool colors are it's kind of I guess the cut is kind of like right there-ish. Green can be warm. So if it was me, I'm totally obsessed with the Monument Hobby green triad. It's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. But I would put a bright green, a bright red, a bright blue might also work, but I think it'll keep you from being like totally happy with it. But I would go with a yellow, a bright red. You could get away with a bright green, I think. Or an orange might work. But this is where I'd be looking. And make sure it's bright. Because you need a warm color, because the majority of what's going on here is very cool. And if it was me, I'd also put black in the joints. Just to help break up the armor color. Because if you have too much of it, it kind of like bleeds into everything. So I would put black here, black here, black here, and black probably on the other side. You can probably see the armor joint. And you don't even really need to highlight it per se. Like if you just put black there, like if you put gray there and then just like washed it, that might be good enough. If you want to highlight it at all. But this looks like Turbo Dork paint to me. This is one of the reasons why I do not like Turbo Dork, is because you have no idea which direction the light is coming from on this thing. But that's a personal choice thing. That's not a... You don't have to listen to me. I think Turbo Dork is not good. And if it's not Turbo Dork, it's... No, I would deny it. Yeah, that's just I don't care. Whatever. That's the thing. I don't care. That's fine. If that's what you want it to look like, quite honestly, I don't really give a rat's butt. I just put an even coat of it on. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. But you'll notice that when you do something like Turbo Dork, since you don't know what direction it's coming from, it's always going to look weird, in my opinion. Which is why when you start putting normal paint on it, it doesn't look like it meshes well, at least in my opinion. But there's a lot of people out there that really like Turbo Dork, and whatever. I don't, it's not my personal. But it's good that you air sprayed it, because if you just paint it on, it looks god-awful. Painted on Turbo Dork is straight up terrible. So at least you did it the right way. But yeah. Final verdict, I would, for the face, or somewhere up here, maybe make it the shoulder pads or whatever. Just make sure it's always a triangle. So do like shoulder pads, and then also like the shins or whatever, something like that. Just don't put it in one spot. Good night, Kara. And I'd also put it maybe right here on this little fuel drum or something, just to kind of spread it around. But yeah, that's what I would do. And then we got the Achilles, Achillei. So this is Mark 1 and Mark 2 Achilles. Good old Brad Pitt. Man, he's so much smaller. God, that model is tiny. Mike Myers and Son. Tiny Patrocles with a kill. Oh, this is Patrocles? They do look a lot like it does look a lot like Mike Myers. Alright, do you have a question about these? Or did you just want to show them off? They look like they're dressed as Mike Myers. Tell me I'm wrong though. Just need to make that head look like Jamie Lee. Make it look like Jamie Lee Curtis. That's actually a really good idea. That's a really good idea. It is very funny, yeah. But you'll notice, as like a point, right? When you look at this, the yellow stands out. Like the model itself looks more like kind of like What's the word I'm looking for? It looks more like I don't know. I can't think of the right word. Yeah, I might use the yellow time. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Blonde Achilles, yellow crew. Right. Yeah, there you go. So your entire Onyx army is traitor colored, you know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're welcome, Jay. You're very welcome. Those are lessons that I had to learn too, you know. Because everybody likes their stuff to be like really dark and gritty, but you do need to have some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? You need a bright color on it, otherwise it just doesn't look very good. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe then it doesn't look good. It just looks. It looks like it's not done. That's true, Mike. So there you go, Jay. You finally got your painting lesson person that you can come to if you have questions. It's coming at you with the jade vans. I think a lot of my issues are brush control and the fact I can't picture what I want to model to look like in my head. That just takes a lot of practice. I find the CB figures don't want to be gritty, except maybe those Ariadna ruffians. That's very true. And I think a lot of it comes down to, I think, the precedent that's been laid down by GW, because they've taught people that you just put a base coat on a model and then you wash it and then you maybe you dry brush it and then it's done, which is fine if that's what you want, but that's not how you do it. That is the bare minimum type thing, which again is fine if somebody paints an army like that and they're happy with it, then great. But there's a lot of people out there that want to get better and they get trapped in the GW sphere and they can't find where to get that next step. But these days it's a lot easier because there's a lot more YouTube stuff than when I was starting. That's for sure. That technique doesn't even work on Space Marines. I agree. I don't know why everybody does it. Because it looks super dark, and they're like, yeah, look at my Blood Angels, and they're painted a dark red, and then they wash them. And then some people don't do any more than that, and then it's this just dark red blob. It looks terrible. Oh yes, the Chris is correct. I'm sorry, Dr. Chris is correct. And that is because of I think it's the scale. I think it's the model scale really kind of reinforces that concept. Works great. And I think it works great on organic stuff because you have to get in between the scales. Doing that with a brush would take forever. Or it would really dictate how you paint it. You would have to paint the skin first, and then you'd have to be really careful while you pick out scales, which can just take forever. Without putting too much or too little on. And, well, yeah, here's an example, right? So, I'm painting this on. I mean, it's really not hard. I just put this straight out of the pot. So, Monument Hobby Paint's really good at this because you can just use it right out of the pot. I'll put it in there. I'll take it, and I'll do a little spin just to make it a little bit sharper. Maybe I'll drag it a little bit. Then I take it, I put it on my skin, and I just drag it and spin, and that takes off all the extra. And then that's a good consistency to just kind of slap it on there. If you're trying to blend something, I don't lick it, but what I do is I lick the corner of my mouth, and then I'll slide it like in the corner of my mouth just to give it a little bit of because there's lipase in human spit, which is a I don't want to say it's an anticoagulant. That's not the right word, but it's something that breaks up fat. And when that happens, it breaks the water tension of the paint, which makes it blend easier. And I want you to know, I'm doing this with a ratty brush. Look at that thing. That thing hasn't had a sharp tip in months. But you do all that stuff, and you just take a little control, and boom, you just get it right in the right spot. And, you know, Bob's your uncle. And so, like, it's a good example, right? Like, some of the stuff in here, like, I just finished this night. Like, some of this is phoned in, you know? Like, I washed the armor and stuff like that. So, it's like, washes and all that still have uses. And the horse, like, I did it, and I was like, this looks not good. It's fine. And then I just was like, okay, I'm alright with that. So I've used a lot of washes on the horsey. So like I used a lot of black washes to kind of make the horse tail and the I don't know the technical, but like the shin area of the horse, I used a lot of black washes to kind of make it look darker. And then I painted the hooves black with like a very simple highlight, because I've noticed, especially with the stuff I paint, I always weather it with whatever the ground color I'm using, just to make it look like they've been romping around in the woods. And it just kind of all blends it together really well. So there are definitely shortcuts. Like, washes have uses. I'm not going to say they don't. But it's not usually... the shortcut isn't like, oh yeah, it makes it look way better. You know? Did I feed it apples? I fed it a Bretonian apple. Which is like a normal apple, but they grow it in Bretonia. From here, where do we go? From here, where do we go? Where do we go? From here, where do we go? I'll romp around the woods if you know what I mean. Hey now, hey now, hey-o! I will say I don't get it though. And I wouldn't worry about it much, Jay. I mean, like I said, I've been practicing this stuff for a very long time. And I have learned that it's actually not that hard. I spent way too much time. trying to learn this stuff back in the day because there was just no references. Now, it's super easy, as long as you're sort of paying attention. Yeah, after painting enough Infinity Malls, I've noticed washes don't work often, so I've been stopped. Yeah, they don't take washes well. And I think it's because of the scale. You know, like as an example, right? Like, here's the Ryokan. So, and the Ryokan's probably a little bit on the smaller side of Infinity scale now, just because it's been getting so much bigger. I wonder if I have a better example. Alright, here's the Mechazoid. I guess it's pretty close. You know, it's close enough. Also, by the way, this resin material for this thing is sick. I love this. I think that must be the Unicool Silecast, because that stuff is perfect. But then when you look at it, right? It's like the scale is just like so much different. Like that GW lady, like if this knight were to get off the horse, she'd probably be like a head taller. Like her legs are so much like thicker. And I think that just makes it so washes are more applicable. I've been doing a lot of dry brushing and filling in the blanks since dry brushing armor is a pretty quick method, even if it only looks good. Yeah, I think dry brushing's fine. Again, lizardmen are great to dry brush. So, like, as an example, like, this highlight is probably not as detailed as I'd like it. Like, the shoe is kind of just, like... It's kind of highlighted, but I didn't really pick out the specific things. This would be perfect for a wash. So, I'll show that later. Still need to put myself on my leader. Been too focused on getting Onyx ready. Well, there is a new edition of the best miniatures game coming out soon, so you know. But yeah, as an example, right? So the shoe looks super kind of like undetailed. I actually have some wash still on my palette, so I'm just gonna add some water. Just put it on there, slap it on there real quick. It's gonna look super dark. That's okay. And what I do is I just wash the brush off and I just take off most of everything I just did. Because you really only want to leave that stuff in like the darkest spots. And I've noticed that washes work a lot better for things that are like kind of like below the waist. So if it's like pants and all that stuff, like that stuff usually gets more dirty because it's closer to the ground. New edition of Brick War Brick War coming up. No! Oh, Jay, you might know this. What game is this from? I was trying to figure this out last time we were listening to it. Yeah, it's gotta be Undertale. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I bet that's exactly what this is from. Good call. Banging is what it is. Okay, so his jacket's gonna be red. I'm gonna make his gloves red. I should give him a blue shirt. Because the bike's gonna be blue. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for Wilmar's favorite color. Can I get an F in the chat for Phthalo Blue? It's here, baby. Pythagorean blue. Wow. Pythagorean blue. Listen, you can only paint this this color if you are thinking of triangles. Let me tell you something. You know what Pythagorean's real theorem was? Every love triangle, every relationship is a love triangle if you love triangles. What do you think of that? Verdingus. Verdingus. By the way, nobody tell Wilmar that he's dumb. And it's not pronounced. It's not pronounced the fallow. I don't have the heart to tell him. Every great love triangle yearns to be a rhombus. That's true, Dan. You're not wrong. Hello, Dan. Hope you're having a wonderful day, buddy. Can a polycule be a triangle? I would assume so. I would assume a polycule could be anything. It's sometimes funny, then it's a rom-com. Rom-com. Friggin' Dan coming in with the dad jokes. Man, look at this guy. Look at this guy over here with a dad joke. Look at this guy. Look at this kid. Hey, yo. Know what every triangle is? A sick jump. What are we trying? Sick. Ill. Oh, I haven't added that as a redeem. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to get that fixed. Sick. I have failed you. I'm not gonna lie. So this is what I'll do. Tomorrow, if I can finish this model before the stream, I'll use the rest of the time that I have available to fix up the redeems. Stop me if you've heard this one. Well, that sounds. I'm already liking the sound of this. A penguin, a horse, and an anteater walk into the savannah. The lion says, "Oh, a buffet." They all walked in? Man. How do you walk into a savannah? Isn't the savannah kind of like outside? Okay. What do you mean, okay? What are you talking? Mike, why are you giving me a sad face? What did I say? Onto, into, whatever. Dan, thank you very much for the gifted sub, buddy. I really appreciate that. Dan is continuing to be just one of the best people. Which I thought we were going to be doing RPGs tomorrow, but I guess I'm going to have to wait another week. But that's okay. It's worth it. I need to know why Mike is upset. Sorry, buddy. Life encroaches. Yeah, man, it's fine. Yes, Mike. This is a safe. This is a safe place. Tell us what irks you. Yeah, Mike, please. Did the anteater joke? The anteater in the joke disturbs some underlying mores. Man, it's... I gotta say, what a trip for a penguin, man. You know, to get all the way to a savanna? Man. That penguin really hoofed it. Because are there penguins in Africa? I know they're around on the southern tip of South America. Which is why they think that originally penguins came from South America and that there used to be a land bridge to the Antarctic. Because penguins can't fly. They are what they call a flightless bird. But that's okay. Whenever I think about it, I'm not very good at flying either. Clearly, Mike got really upset. No idea of the ecologies of the flightless avians, but I think they swim pretty good, right? But would they swim from South America to Antarctica? That's a really long swim. Ciferno, man, I have been lucky for some random gift subs. Got 3 today. Hey, congratulations, man. Welcome. That means you've at least been here as a lurker at some point. Oh, look at this. Got Mr. Ornithology over here. You got an ornithologist. Listen, I like birds. I really like penguins. Yeah, I got 10 points. I was going to say, hey, man, welcome to the family. You're here. Welcome to the family, son. Oh, that should be what the follow sound is. Or no, that should be the gifted something. It should be the Resident Evil... What was it? Oh god, what number was that? 5? Is that what the one in the swamp? That was Biohazard. Was that 5? Abassivatively positively. It was 6. Okay, which one was 5? Oh, 5 was the one in Africa, right? Yeah, that was the one in Africa. And then 6 was... No, I thought 6 was the super terrible one. That had Leon. It had like 3 different... Yeah, it was 7. Yeah, see, Sferno knows. Yeah, come on, dude. Come on. You're going to get replaced here in a second, Wilmar. Jeez. Yeah, 6 was the one with the Leon campaign, the Chris campaign, and the one that was, Ashley? Is that what it was? It was the daughter from Resident Evil 2. I forget what her name was. But it was also, like, Wester's kid. I think his name was Albert, I think it was. It is a pretty cool bike. It's a DMX. According to Kara. Well, Mr. Inferno, what's going on, man? What do you paint? What are you doing here? But yeah, anyway, so in Biohazard, in Resident Evil 7, after you're done with like the guest house, where the dad shows up, and then he punches you, and he's like, "Welcome to the family, son." One of the best moments in Resident Evil, because it's legitimately terrifying. And then you get like the dinner, the dinner scene. Ugh, man, nasty, nasty, nasty. I love Resident Evil. I find the story to be exquisitely terrible. Oh my god, I got a follow. He's not only is he a sub, now he's a follower. Thanks for hanging with us, Mr. Ciferno. Welcome. I think we got a pretty cool group of people. Okay, going blue. Because if we're doing all this, we got to change the color of his pants. It doesn't look like he's wearing jeans. So, Mike, what color are the pants? So I was watching this podcast called Acne, or Our Acne, or something like that. You sound a lot like him. I do. I get that a lot. He has a medical condition, from what I understand, where he can't stop growing red little bumps all over his body. I must have watched you when you played Blood Bowl 3. That was Tim. I was in the chat, though. I'm not cool, Dr. D says I'm already married. You're not, well, I didn't say you weren't cool. I said that you weren't allowed to, like... There was something you're not allowed to do. Oh, you're not allowed to be, like, in love or whatever. That's what something I said. Episode 23, and progress. You're almost there to the end, right? We're like 30... It's like 36, I think? 36 episodes? Who's your favorite guest so far, Mr. Dan? We have a lot of good ones. Also, it should be said, Mr. Inferno, Blood Bowl causes Tim a lot of stress. Like, emotionally. But he does it because he loves Dan. Yeah, there's a couple people that stream on this channel because we're a network. Just the machine. Favorite guest was Taylor, or the team that used to be Ubisoft. Oh, the guys that do the Aristea game. Oh, what is the name? Blind Spot. Yeah, Blind Spot's the name of the company. I think that game is coming out on open beta pretty soon. There was some discussion if I was going to be able to be a voice actor for their game, but it didn't work out. Because apparently in Canada, you have to be careful about who you let be your voice actors, because there's like a lot of laws. And so, in return, that's actually one of the things that caused me to start doing Calamity Jack. So, I'm kind of a voice actor. And that's one of the reasons why Calamity Jack exists, is because they didn't let me be Wild Bill. Aristea. Aristea is a good game. The board game is really good. I'm actually a big fan of it, but not a lot of people play it. Favorite guest was Taylor. Taylor! Oh my god. That was right when Best came out. That was... Oh god, what episode would that have been? That would have been like early 20s, I think? Man, you want to talk about a podcast that pumps it out. Best is... Man, they release stuff at a crazy rate. Arachne's been getting a little more inconsistent just because getting guests can be a little troublesome, in my real life has been getting kind of crazy. The next one's recorded. Kara just has to edit it. You could be a filler episode. Well, the issue is it's kind of hard to have filler when the new edition's coming. Because, like, you can't really talk about armies or tactics because you don't know what's going to change in, like, the week after we do the episode. We could do ideas for community building stuff, though. I think that'd probably be a pretty good idea. So we could talk about how we do our new people leagues. Actually, perfect timing for it, actually. Be like, hey, yeah, you know, over here, hey, look at this, there's a new edition coming. You're like, hey, yo, and you're not wrong, Inferno. That game does cause people a lot of stress. Cream filler. Chris, what are you saying? What are you trying to say? Huh? He's Dan. Yeah, he's cute when he's sleeping. Let's just put it that way. When you're with him in person, he can be a little different. Cream filler sounds tasty too. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. We like to make sure people are participating, not necessarily winning. Yes. Yes, you do. Yeah, actually, that's a fantastic idea for an episode. Also, somebody said sky blue pants. You know, like a devil dog or a ho-ho. A ho-ho? What, the legendary Pokemon? I didn't know you were a Pokemon fan. Chris? You did say sky blue. Oh, did I say baby blue? Tell Timo he needs to reset the counter for November. Reset the count. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. It says it has 3 days to go. That didn't sound right. And we've had 2 today? I think that idiot put in the wrong date. 11:30. Boop. There you go. Oh, Starmy. You don't know how to tell Tim to do that. I just fixed it. You know what? I don't even have to tell him. I already did it. Jeez, got Sassy Dan coming out. Jeez, look at this guy. I didn't mean you to do it. Tim needs to step up and do stuff on his network. I think it's because he put the wrong date. He knew Tim would outsource. Yeah, Tim will definitely outsource. My son talks about little else. I am an enormous fan of Starmie. Starmie? That's the Pokemon that doesn't even say its name. It's like, huh! Yeah! On-screen celebration. It didn't do anything. Oh, it did do something for you? Okay. Or if it happened, I didn't see it. Well, that was worth $1.40. Dan's coming in with some fire in his belly today. Who am I kidding? With you online, it was. Thanks, Dan. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream at 11 or somewhere around then, and I am gonna stop painting. I'm gonna eat some terrible food, and I'm gonna play Star Wars Outlaws because I haven't played it in like a month. Actually, probably more than that. And I want to actually beat that game so I can play another game. I've told myself I have to beat games before I buy new ones. And I really want to get the Resident Evil 2 remake. Okay, gonna chunk off and play Blood Bowl 3. I get really, get really frustrated. Alright, Dan, good luck. I love you, buddy. I wish you luck. Don't get too frustrated. We know you're better than Tim. Listen, he's just a baby. He's just a baby. I will have a great night, Dan. Thank you for hanging out with us, buddy. It's always good to see you. It's always a privilege to get to hang out with you. You know what we should do at some point is paint a Blood Bowl team for Dan. Dan is one of the most giving people I know. And at some point I'm gonna have to return that favor. And I keep getting told that there's gonna be a Blood Bowl league or something at the store, and then it never happens. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never heard of no mayor. This place is weak. No more scary knocking. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why this stuff's not appearing. I changed it. I don't know why. All right. So before I redo all the redeems, are there any specific requests? So there's got to be knocking.
Do the roar.
How do I get a refund for all my subs? Do the roar! Rawr! Is that butter? Is that butter? What is it? Butter roll or whatever his name is? Butter bread? How do I get a refund? A refund? What you do is you contact your local congressman, and you're like, hey, I need you to give me my money. And he'll be like, yeah, here's your money. And then he punches you in the face. And that's how the government works. That's how the government works. And then he says, welcome to the family, son. The government has your money. That's what the bits are. It's stock from. It's just government stock. Yeah, I know it's from. Yeah, Butter Pants. That's his name. Yeah, Butter Pants. Do the roar. I love you, Daddy. What a fantastic character. Probably the best thing to come out of Shrek 3. You know, I won't lie, because lying is wrong, but if there was a Blood Bowl league, I would be tempted to play in it. Unfortunately, you'd probably do it on a Monday, and I definitely cannot do Mondays. Jade is my name! Jeez, what a reference. These are some old redeems. Sheesh. Yeah, are there any requests though? I'm gonna put as many King of the Hill ones as I can in there. Hopefully there will be a Carl one. Ray says it don't matter. None of this matters. You know what, Chris? I'm not gonna lie. Keep Butterpants and knocking. Okay, I can do that. That's the Coffin song. Sheesh. What a reference. Alright, well, the only person that gave me a pants color was, Mr. X-Pax, so I guess it's gonna be sky blue. Need more Patalo blue. This one slaps. Yeah, dude, Coffin Dance is real, dude. Real shit. Should be the closing song, the Coffin song. I don't think you can play it because it might be, like, copyrighted. So you can only play a certain, like, length of it. Before the government gets involved, you know?
Ah, nuts!
Ah, nuts! It's another classic one. That one's been around since the very beginning. The beginnings of the PCN. Also, in a similar vein to spinning for Mike's army, I would actually play whatever team X-Paxis wants me to play for Blood Bowl. And I would probably paint that on stream. I might paint it super hobo colors, but... Okay, I sleep, see you, but you won't see me tomorrow. What? I'm not gonna see you tomorrow? It's crazy. That's okay, Mike. I hope you have a nice night, buddy. I won't be going much longer. Honest. Because I'll see you stream and I can see you. Oh my gosh, you're right. Oh my god. You know what? If only there was a way to stream from Webway. I could just make the stream whatever game we're playing at the store on a Monday. Monday will also probably turn into a live play thing for some Mondays because of the Malifaux RPG. Yeah, is there, Mike? I haven't seen it. Yeah, because we keep talking about streaming there or whatever, and then it never happens. Night night, Mr. Chris. Man, everybody leaving me all at once. That's okay. I'm almost done. It's just gonna be me and you, Mr. Womar. It's like old times, you know? Start chugging paint. Start chugging paint and tell me about Namor. Whew. Man. That should be a thing I have. I should have like a... Like, maybe I wash out a paint pot. And I put some kind of alcohol in it. We could do that. That'd be easy. Yeah, I could have like a couple like paint things here and just like I just have them like little shots. I say. We might be onto something here, Mr. Wilmar. Okay, so that was the first time you ever played against Dreamer. What did you think? Start chucking paint. Tell me about Namor. Oh man, you're funny, Wilmar. It wasn't bad. I did concede a few things to Kara, like movement stuff and whatnot, but I did try to give her a fair match. Yeah, when I'm playing against her, usually I'm like, I just let her kind of do whatever with movement and stuff, you know. Like she'll be moving stuff over model, and I'm like, it's not worth fighting about this. So I know what you mean. I think she was more comfortable with Dreamer in the game. I think if she was more comfortable with Dreamer in the game, she'd have probably kicked my ass. Yeah. The thing is, like, I think as soon as it requires like kind of concentrated effort, I think she kind of gives up. But I agree. I think she could actually be really. I mean, maybe she's not like ever really, really good, but she could definitely be like competent. You know, she could definitely like give somebody a run for their money. Yeah, Dreamer's good. Like Dreamer's just a good master. Like I think you can give that to anybody, and as long as they learn how to like play it, I think Dreamer's in a good, can always do super good. I did mention how she couldn't end models' movement on top of other bases. Oh, she did. Her biggest issue is her memory. Like she'll never remember those things, especially if it's coming from me, because she just doesn't want to listen to me. Because she thinks I'm like trying to take advantage of her or something. But there's nothing I can do about that. Because my sense of self-worth requires that I beat her or something, is kind of like what she's always trying to tell me. And I'm like, Kara, I don't care if I beat you. I just want to know what the hell is happening. Machine. Nope, not that one. I'm glad she won. I let me have a good game against Brennan, I think is how you spell it. Yeah, you spelled it right. I don't remember. It might be an E-N at the end, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. Brennan's a really good guy. Him and his partner, Isaac, they have a YouTube channel. Isaac is also a very good guy. I say partner, not like they're not like together, but they work together on a lot of stuff. I don't know if Brennan's married or not. Isaac is married. They have a YouTube channel where they mostly do Conquest, but they do some other stuff. Both. Technically speaking, both. But they do streaming. What is it? Actually, I forgot the name of their channel. Let me see if I can find it. Crud, I forgot what his channel's called. I'll find it and I can send it to you later. It's in the Someday Night channel somewhere. Yeah, I'll find out and I'll send it to you. It's a fun channel though. They do like campaign stuff. They do the Conquest little campaign books, which they're fun. I enjoy watching those. I'm glad you won. But yeah, and she said she was even excited for going into the second game. Like, you really put her in a good mood. Like, she actually really enjoyed the game, which is good. But the second, yeah, she didn't have a great time against the second person. And apparently, she doesn't want to come to events that are 3 games anymore. I guess she says that 3 games are just too much for her. So she might enjoy those 2-round ones we do. But just know that anything that she played wrong, I've probably told her how to play correctly like 7,000 times. Also, it'll likely be better if she plays with not strangers. Yeah, to some extent for sure. Like, in my brain, I always think to myself, well, if you ever want to get better, you have to play against strangers, right? That's just kind of how it goes. And I think and in my opinion, I like the game better when I meet new people, because then, you play other things and whatever. But, everybody's obviously not me. And so, I forget that. So if she says she wants to come to things, I'll be like, sure. And if she doesn't want to come, then I'm like, also sure. She did her flips and everything else correctly. Movement was the only thing, but I have my weird hangups about it. Yeah, bro, I know what you mean. Like, people that over move, like I like to call the generous movers, they distinctively kind of piss me off. I'll be quite honest. Where they're just like, oh yeah, this is 6 inches. Okay, I'm gonna move like over here, and I'm like, all right, you're gonna give yourself like an extra base. Awesome. And they're like, oh, look at that, I'm right in range. It's crazy. Like, no, you just used a measuring device. How did you mess that up? The thing that also gets me is, like, when people move through rough terrain, they forget that it's the entire base that has to get through the thing. It's not just the front of your base. Like, when you go through a forest, it's like you have to drag your butt through the woods. It's like you don't just get your movement back when the front of your base is out of the terrain. That's not how this works. There you go. And that's where we're going to wrap it. But this kid's coming along pretty good. All we got to do is the jacket, the gun, finish up some bits here and there, like do the tires and stuff. But this kid's almost done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Then I will varnish them all, add some water effects on those guys. And that's a finished project. Bam. All of the... Oh, and I got to do the metal on his arm. He's got like a brace on his arm. Feels good to finish a project. Painting an entire range for an army feels good. Like the pants and the hair. Yeah. He's very blue. I think when the jacket goes red, it'll help it all kind of like come together. Yeah, I thought the jade hair was a good idea. I think it works against that like Hispanic-y colored skin pretty well. Jeans are something... I wear jeans a lot. I definitely know what jeans look like. And I agree. Painting them is fun. Because it's like such an interesting shade of blue. Because it has like so much white in it. But thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. So, we're going to wrap today. I've been Dr. D. This is Dr. D's Deezaster Zone. If you have been living under a rock, well, let me tell you what's been going on. So we are the Professional Casual Network. If you would like to support us and any of the stuff we do, please join the Patreon at Professional Casual Network. There are lots of different tiers that get you lots of different things, but all of the $5 tier things will give you access to some of the RPG, well, some. I say some. All of the RPG live plays that we do, which includes Japapa, which is a very, very popular show. I didn't know how popular it was until fairly recently. Holy crap. You want to talk about popular. You can also listen to Bess, which is the best old roll podcast on the internet. Arachne's on there, and we've been putting out all kinds of stuff. If you like Malifaux, actually, Wilmar will hopefully have an episode on there soon. We're going to try out a new show idea and see if people like it. I'm kind of excited for it, honestly. We should do it next week. We should record next week. Tim will be streaming Tuesday to Friday. Ben will stream Monday. They're always playing some kind of video game. Ben is always doing some kind of Souls-like. I think he did Zelda yesterday. Yeah, we do need to schedule it. I can probably do Thursday or Friday. Talk about it later. But thank you very much for joining us. We are wrapping up the Cyberpunk stuff that we've been painting, and tomorrow I'll probably finish this guy off stream, and tomorrow we'll probably paint some Infinity. Like maybe I'll paint this new Neko. This Neko's really cool. It's a good model. It's got 2 swords. That's how you know he's dangerous. But we got to finish up the new JSA models and stuff, and then eventually we'll paint the KFC. Or, I'm sorry, KCF. Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then, you know, maybe we'll raffle that off. I don't know. I'm still deciding on that. Or somebody can buy it. I don't know. And then we'll get to Malifaux. But until then, guys, don't let Aleph get you. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. I'm always here on Sundays and Mondays. That's usually starting at 7:30. And you can always contact me on Discord at Dr. D or any of the other thousands of different ways you can probably get in touch with me. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and have a nice night. Bye!
Facility, killing over 300,000 people, and they celebrated it. You're talking construction workers, electricians, nurses, food preparation folk, custodial engineers, all killed at the hands of the rebel terrorist Luke Skywalker.
Jumps back up to 9 and has a long movement. He might get that before he goes again. I don't want him to get run over. That hurts a lot.
It does. I've heard.
It's not even a collision.
It would be huge right now if we could subdue him before he crosses those 2 beams.
Yes.
So we have 1 round of activation.
So we need to activate 6 to do 3, and then we need to do another 3 damage from attacks.
Yeah.
Because he's at 6 currently.
Correct.
so we need multiple attacks. So we isn't like stocked up on energy.
Right.
Like she's got enough for next round, but
She's got enough for binary form.
yeah, I was really hoping to have her do something this turn, but not in the cards. So I think, man, I thought a lot about Storm. I had Valkyrie in that spot for a while when I was putting the list together, and I kind of wish it was Crystal instead.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly underwhelmed by Storm, especially when she's not the leader, because like she has a throw.
This loadout didn't have my scanner in my butt. Well, happens to the best of us, I suppose. Let's take you out. Whoa, that was bad. Oh, whoa, whoa! Hotsy motsy. Those got real close. This free loadout is a weapon that I was not used to.
My glasses and they're not there.
I definitely didn't see that one coming.
Hey! I don't get it.
Because I don't have glasses on.
Okay. I was like, where's Okoye? How much damage she have? She'll spend 1 to pick up